the empty seat at the table and the life I finally claimed. The thing about being the reliable child is that eventually, you just become part of the furniture. My brother, Leo, was always the main event. If Leo had a middle school basketball game, we were all there, 3 hours early, with custom jerseys. But when I won the state debate championship, my mom told me to keep it down, because Leo had a headache from all that strenuous cheering. I stopped waiting for my turn years ago. Last spring, I finally bought my first house, a little fixer-upper in the suburbs with a porch that actually catches the sunset. I've worked 60-hour weeks for 5 years to save that down payment. I called my dad, my heart racing, just wanting to hear him say he was proud. He picked up on the third ring. Hey, kid. Listen, can't talk long. Leo's thinking about auditioning for that reality cooking show, and we're helping him prep his signature risotto. It's a huge deal. I stared at my new keys. Dad, I bought the house. I closed today. That's nice, honey. Really? But back to the risotto. Do you think truffle oil is too much? Leo's worried about the judges. The silence on my end was heavy. I realized then that if I didn't stop auditioning for a role in their lives, I'd spend the rest of mine as a background extra. I threw a housewarming party. I sent the invites a month in advance. I even offered to drive my parents myself. But 2 days before the party, the text came, Leo's car broke down. We have to drive him to his callback. We'll make it up to you. They didn't. That Saturday, the house was full. My friends brought wine, my neighbors brought plants, and for the first time, the air felt light. There was one empty chair at the dining table, and I kept looking at it, waiting for that old familiar sting. But then, my best friend, Sarah, stood up and raised her glass. She talked about how hard I'd worked, how I'd built this life from scratch, and how I was the strongest person she knew. I looked around that room, at the people who actually showed up, and I realized I wasn't part of the furniture anymore. I was the architect. I didn't call my parents the next day. I didn't even check the family group chat. I just sat on my porch, watched the sun go down, and finally, breathed. My house is small, but it's full. And honestly, the view is much better when you're not looking for people who aren't there.